And we're still here at Camp TQ, that's Camp Al Taqaddum in Iraq. And we're here right now at Lakeside Chapel. For those of you, again, who have listened prior, you probably heard the interview we did with Chaplain Tim at Bearcat Chapel. Well, we're here. It's a bigger chapel, actually. And we're here with Lieutenant David Hicks, and he is the chaplain. So I want to welcome him to Talking with Heroes. Welcome, sir.
Well, I'm glad to have you here at Lakeside Chapel. We always welcome folks like you, trying to get the word out to what's really going on out here in Iraq. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about yourself, maybe how long you've been in the military, maybe talk about if you had a church before this and what motivated you to bring your ministry into the military.
Well, basically 2003 started. I went to school for a chaplaincy. I came out of Rhode Island, went to a ship, USS Austin, and didn't know at that time that I was going to be working in a later mission coming out here, working with the Marines. It's been extremely fulfilling, a real big blessing. First time we came out was last time, 22nd MU, served out of HIT here in Iraq, and quite a different experience this time. The mission here at Lakeside Chapel is quite a bit different, not on the go quite as much, but we have a big mission here. We stay put, but we provide so much logistic capabilities, maintenance capabilities, supply, and so forth like that for the Marines here in Iraq.
Okay. And would you like to take us inside?
You're welcome to come right on inside. We love
okay, well, we're going to come inside, folks.
Lakeside Chapel. The Marines come out and the sailors come out on Tuesday night and just have a time where they can get away from the workspaces, get away from the everyday, come out here and just kind of forget some of the worries of the day and just play and sing. And they do it. And it's been really exciting to see that happen over this past deployment. So that's been a lot of fun.
So does this place get pretty full?
It can definitely get full. It can definitely get full, and but you know it gets used, very used, and so as I said, we've been so happy to have the kind of facilities we've had out here, and because of the facilities, it's driven me even more to use it. So it gets used quite a bit.
Do you have like prayer times?
Well, that's our Wednesday nights have the prayer included with that, and we are very active, not only inside the chapel, but outside the chapel. So much of my week is taken in visiting the Marines and the sailors out there in the workplaces, going from all the various places. We have transportation Marines, we've got maintenance Marines, we've got supply, and we've got even some Air Force folks over here near the airport. And I just get a big kick out of riding around, seeing them each and every day and talking with them, seeing how they're doing. And inevitably that strikes up some needs that they bring to the surface. And next thing you know, I'm busy over here next door in the office every day counseling. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah.
That's good. Do you go out of the base with them? Do you go on convoys?
Well, we have been on convoys, but not as many as I did on my last deployment. But nonetheless, that hasn't really been the major focus for us. But almost every day, really almost every single day, you'd see us out there as convoys are leaving TQ here to go out into Iraq and take the supplies and whatever else is going on. We're there. I'm there as a chaplain, providing the prayers and stuff, and being there talking with them before they go out.
So some of the soldiers like to pray with you before?
Oh yeah, we will. I have prayer with the Marines and the sailors almost every single day. It's rare not to have a day that I'm not out there with them.
That is great. Are you getting support back home from other churches in your ministry?
Very much so. For myself personally, I mean, I was a pastor. I had the privilege of being a pastor at a couple different churches prior to coming into the Navy, and those churches have been wonderful in supporting me. Care packages, whatever I need, even if something as simple as fifth graders, a whole fifth grade class, sending out notes of thank you for what you're doing. It's been really wonderful to have the prayer and support and the cards and even the emails.
Where were you pastor?
Well, it's a couple different churches. One church in Kentucky, another church in Virginia. It was from the Virginia church that were led. It's a long story, but I felt God's leadership and calling upon me and my family to enter the military ministry.
You were mentioning to me about your church back home having prayer circles.
Well, there was one church I had in Suffolk, Virginia. Fantastic church there, First Baptist Church. That was a church I was in just prior to coming in the Navy, and I was really excited back quite a few months ago when I found out that they have prayer circles. The folks in the church get together, and they'll have specific circles for specific needs. And I found out that they had a Chaplain Hicks circle, and that was really exciting to find that out. And they've been sending me emails talking about how they get together every week and specifically pray not only for myself but for the Marines and sailors here. Also sending me care packages, and it's been really greatly appreciated. Anytime the folks back home send anything from a care package to an email to a note that just says thank you, believe you me, the Marines out here, the sailors out here absolutely love that. They absolutely, it means a lot to them. It really does.
Some of the other chaplains we've interviewed and have talked about, well, actually the military personnel themselves, about the families back home. They're really concerned that people are, contacting them, seeing if they need any help. And my thinking has always been, why not the church is leading the way on that? What do you think?
Well, the church is a fantastic organization. That obviously, when pulled together, can have a lot of impact. I love it myself personally when I find out that churches that I haven't even heard of send us stuff, and that's happened here too as well. They find out a name, they send out, they find out that there's a chaplain at Taqaddum, and they send us out care packages, and again, many thank you letters, and just those prayers of appreciation. It's nice to know that you got that prayer support back home. And I really, very honest with you, very candid with you, we feel those prayers.
What progress have you noticed since you've been here?
Progress, what I have seen is just more, I don't know if it's so much of a progress. Myself, when we work so closely with the Marines, I don't see in my position here as opposed to the last time I was out, I don't get to see the everyday Iraqi out there in the streets. I hear the word. I hear the word from the first hand from the Marines that are here as they travel through, as they talk to me. What I have seen here is the progress in seeing people grow. Those Marines and sailors that have worked here, as they come here, they're not sure what to expect. They come here and they begin to experience being out there in the road, going outside the wire, actually seeing firsthand what's going on in Iraq, and actually seeing the smiles on people's faces, being grateful that they're there. And it's made a difference in them. You've seen them grow and their understanding. They're going to go home and take a much different story home than what we hear on the network news sometimes.
So what's your focus tonight for your Bible class?
Well, now what we've been doing in my Bible study tonight is we're finishing up a long series. We're going on for like 12 weeks. It's talking about science in the Bible. Somehow we've gotten to believe that the science and the Bible don't go together, and we bring across this whole big series talking about it absolutely works beautifully together. We were in the Bible, we're discussing it and learning it every single week.
That's great. Would you like to say hi to family and friends back home, maybe to your church back home too?
Well, so many churches back home that have supported me, I just say thank you to all of the churches that have supported us. And I'm speaking on behalf of all the chaplains. I know that we all appreciate of all the love and care and the cards, the emails, and everything else that they send out to us. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all of that. So we're very appreciative.
We also have a lot of men and women in the military listening. It always amazes me when I'm told that. What would you like to say to them, just all around Iraq, Afghanistan, or wherever they're serving?
Just continue exactly what you're doing. I've been so proud of all the Marines and sailors. Now I keep saying Marines and sailors. I realize I say that a lot, but that's who I primarily work with. But out here we have Marine sailors, we have airmen, we've got soldiers. They're all out here and they're all doing a fantastic work. I say keep up the job. God bless you. We're praying for you, and we're anything we can ever do, especially as chaplains. We want to help you. We want to be there for you.
Well, I really appreciate you taking your time at such short notice, especially when you have a class coming up tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to that too myself. That's that'll be my last Bible study here in Taqaddum. We'll soon, in the next few weeks, we'll be getting out of here.
So you're going home?
We're going home very soon. Yes.
Family will be definitely happy about that.
They're looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, Pastor. I appreciate your service to the country and your ministry here. Thank you. Well, folks, we'll be back with more from Camp Taqaddum with more interviews on TalkingWithHeroes.com and Altitude Sports and Entertainment.